Guys, there it is. A lot heavier than what I expected, actually. It's nice and heavy. Let's open it. And there she is in all of her glory. I'm telling you, this thing's heavy. Shout out to BMP Tuning to getting this out here relatively quick. I did accidentally take a razor to the sticker though, so my bad there. But literally, I'm about to just go throw this in. It's one bolt, and I think it's 74 foot-pounds that you torque it to. And yeah, see these impressions. It really should have been like one of the first mods I ever got for the car. This is literally like when people say, what's the best, cheapest mod I can buy for the car when it's brand new? This is what people tell them to get. Well, typically it's a different brand. It's made out of aluminum, but they're known to crack. And then when this one came out and it's steel, I was like, I guess I'll finally buy one. Not the biggest fan of APR parts, but here it is. So let's go install this, and then we'll talk a little bit more about mounts, because I just ordered another one yesterday as well. Alright guys, once you get the car jacked up, this is what you're looking for right here. This insert's going right in there, like so. It's gonna sit right in there. This will keep all this rubber from moving so much. This is the pendulum mount. Hooks to the engine here. This is on the subframe. So we put this insert in there, and it's supposed to really tighten things up. So let's get something on that bolt, get it out, get this in, torque it back down, and go for a test drive. Something else I want to make note of real quick. It is a 21 mil socket. You might need to put a breaker bar on it, but if yours looks like this, there's two different designs of these. So this is version 2. You would have to order the version 2 insert. If it doesn't look like this, then you're on version 1. So if you get under the car, like take a piece of cardboard, put your phone on it, and hit record and slide it under the car so you don't have to jack it up, so you can just look and see which version you have. Like I said, if it looks like mine, it's version 2. If it doesn't, it's version 1. Saves you some time. It's a little trick. But I had to change wrenches and get a whatchamacallit on it to break the torque. It was pretty tight and it's cramped under here. But yeah, I'm about to put it back in, and we'll go for a test drive. Alright, well, that wasn't too bad. Getting it off, like I said, definitely gonna need a breaker bar to break that torque if you're laying on the floor. Of course, when the bolt came out, it moved the engine a little bit, so the hole didn't line up. I had to have my roommate come out and kind of like move the engine. So I had him press down on the throttle body and kind of pull up on this heat shield back here to kind of get the engine to move this way so I can align the hole back up. It took maybe, I don't know, 5 minutes once we realized where to push. As he did that, I kind of like pushed the engine when I was under the car and just slipped the bolt. The bolt popped right into place, and then she threaded on in. Torque it to 74 foot-pounds, and you're good to go. I'm gonna go grab the GoPro real quick and put some real shoes on and give you guys the first real live impression. Super excited. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not really a fan of people who copy parts, but you know, with this one being steel and the other one's being aluminum, I don't want to pay twice for parts, and I'm lucky that I did wait so long because, well, apparently this one is pretty much unbreakable. So I do rock other 034 parts. I'm sorry that they did copy it, but if I'm going to buy one, I want to buy the one that's stronger, obviously, even if it is the same design. So kind of feel bad, kind of feel shitty, but at the same time, I don't want to be replacing parts. And I'm not really a fan of APR, even though I do have a few of their parts, but I just wanted to let that be known. Anyway, let's get the GoPro in the car and get a first impression. All right, guys, we're in the car. Sorry if there's things in your way, but we'll have to deal with it for a minute. We're gonna start the car. Some cold start action going. I don't feel any difference right now. Most people complain about the idle vibrations, so I don't feel shit. I also have a new BFI Dogbone, or BFI engine mount stage 1 that I put in like a week ago, so still waiting on a trans mount though. Cold start. I mean, everything feels good. Okay, I do feel it. In the steering wheel, you can feel a little bit more vibration. Take the brake off. Yeah, I feel a little bit of vibration in the steering wheel, but all right, let's go. Okay, I can't get on the car right now because the oil's, you know, super cold, but just that second to third and third to fourth gear, I can feel that the engine doesn't it doesn't move. It's not moving when I shift. Like, normally you can kind of feel it like kind of move in place, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, it definitely feels a little bit. Wow. I'm thoroughly impressed already. Good. All right, well, I'm gonna turn the camera off to the oil warms up. It shouldn't take but maybe 5-10 minutes. I'm just gonna make a lap around town. So all right, guys, we got to the little road where I normally do some pulls here. The windows up, in second gear. Let's get it. Mid of second all the way to the top of third, about 90 miles an hour. I felt really good. That feels super solid between shifts. Wow. Let's do another third here. That feels great. Wow. I can't really get it all too much. The speed limit's 40 mile an hour right here, so there's that. But wow, that actually makes a fucking huge difference. I thought people were kind of just, you know, jumping up the fact that you can get this part for $30-something, you know, and it makes a huge difference, but it really does. So I'm a manual guy, I'm a 6-speed, so I probably feel it more than the DSG guys do, but wow. Downshifts feel real nice. I'm thoroughly impressed. I'd say, I mean, it's only been 10 minutes with it, but it's a 10 out of 10 so far for me. Damn. That feels great. Money well spent. All right, well, like I said, I'm thoroughly freaking impressed with that. For that little thing doing that much work, that's pretty sweet. You know, I kind of regret not buying one before, but I'm glad I did wait because steel versus aluminum. But wow, if you're watching this video, you're probably thinking about getting one. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, then you should. You should definitely subscribe and buy one if you have one of these cars. But wow. That's solid. And I have a track event this weekend. Well, there's a roll race event Saturday in Amarillo and then autocross in Roswell. So I'll be doing both of those. Trying to talk the girlfriend into racing her car Sunday as well. It'll be her first time at autocross, but we'll see. I'm trying to get into her head. It's not working too well yet, but we'll see. It'd be sweet to have my girlfriend out there racing too. That'd be sweet as shit. Anyway, I got yesterday, someone mentioned me in a comment on the BFI Instagram. They shared one of my pictures the other day of me installing the motor mount, and dude was like, you should be extra careful and get a trans mount, because I just did the engine mount alone and it wound up messing up my clutch because the transmission side was sloppy and the engine side was solid. So I like gave him issues and messed up his flywheel or his pressure plate, one of the two. That kind of messed with me. I don't think that would happen to me. I mean, his is on an S4, so I don't know how their stuff's set up, but whatever. It scared me into buying one anyway. It wasn't like I wasn't gonna order one. It's just I have the metal ECU cage in my engine bay, so I have to like cut that off
and replace it with the composite one. While I was reading yesterday, doing some research, and there's people that did do it with the metal cage still in there without removing the ECU. It's just really hard. So whatever, I ordered it and I'll just do it the hard way. If I can't get it out, then whatever, I'll cut the cage and order the plastic one. But I did order the trans mount. Hopefully they're in stock. I just messaged BFI a minute ago. Hopefully they get back to me, because I want that in before these track events this weekend. But we'll see how the motor mount and the Dogbone does in comparison. I had autocross about a week ago, and now I'll have it, like I said, again this weekend along with the roll race event. So on that note, stay tuned for the roll race event and the autocross on Sunday. That should be out Wednesday and Friday next week, or Monday and Wednesday, depending on how much time I have Sunday night. But this weekend's gonna be packed. Super excited. But yeah, if you're new here, I'm Bryce. I drive a MK7 Golf R. It's pretty highly modified. Still in stock turbo, stock fuel system, but it's getting pretty pushed to the edge. I'll drop a parts link right here. Just all the parts I have for the most part. The ones that you guys probably care about the most. And yeah, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll catch you on the flip flop.